What's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Cans Pats Talk Patriots podcast. I'm doing pretty good on this Thursday evening. I hope y'all doing well. We are a week away from the NFL draft. The 2023 NFL draft, we are 1 week away. Like, I can't believe it. It's finally here. Not officially, but next week. It's going to be here next week. Like, next week around this time, thousands of prospects, hundreds of prospects are like they're not gonna know where they're going, but like in a couple hours from now, like they're gonna know. Like I think the draft starts next Thursday through next Saturday. Next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So the Eastern time and other time zones, that's probably something else. But it's on the East. If you're on the East Coast, it's 8 p.m. Eastern or whatnot. Like it's crazy, man. It's exciting. I love this time of the year. It's a good time of the year if you're a football fan and if you're a draft geek or whatnot. But well, I think we're in store for a big time draft. And a draft doesn't just start on Friday. I mean on Thursday. Friday night is around 2 and 3, and then on Saturday it's 4 through 7. So I mean, we got a lot. It's gonna be a lot to talk about for the Patriots. I can't wait to see what we do. I do have a special guest on night that's going to come on and tell us what he feel the Patriots should do. He can give us some of his. He's a good draft. He's one of my best buddies. He's a draft guru. He knows his stuff, and I'm about to bring him on or whatnot so he can tell us. And meet my purpose. Y'all already know. We've been doing shows all off season. Y'all know what I want the Patriots to do, but we're going to come on and let the expert tell us what the Patriots should do with the number 14 pick and so forth. So without further ado, here's my buddy Anthony Pupo.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
What's going on, man? What's going on, man? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing, you know what? I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me on, man. This is, yeah, I mean, you know what? It's going to be a blast, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man.
No
So
more.
everything. Let's go. What's going on, Walt? What's going on, Walt? Walt said, "Let's go."
Oh, it's at the bottom. Oh, okay. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Cool.
Yes, sir. He said, "Let's go." Appreciate that, Walt. Hey, man, we just talk a little bit of draft, man. We are a week away. Next Thursday around this time, man. We get down to it be the fourth quarter next Thursday around this time. So
Yeah, I
appreciate
like
you
that
telling.
comp. That's a good comp.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Walt. Hey man, so tell the audience a little bit about yourself, Pooper, what you got going on with the draft center, whatnot, and what you do.
Okay. Yeah. So for the ones that don't know me, I'm from Niagara Falls, Canada. It's in the province of Ontario. Um, I'm currently looking to get into the football industry. So as a scout or player personnel, anything along the lines of that, or even like a certified draft analyst and stuff. So I'm always working. Like I never stop working on my craft. I try to get 1% better each day, right? And
Right.
that's all I'm doing. I'm constantly reading stuff on Twitter and stuff. I get 3 draft books a year. I even get the NFL draft books too, like the pro football one. So I mean, that's what I want to do the rest of my life, for a career. So you know what, you just gotta
Yes,
take your
sir.
time, and you gotta be patient for an opportunity, right? So that's what I'm gunning for, and yeah, and this show is gonna be cool. I really like this, and sharing my insight, for the crowd. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. You gotta perfect that craft. You gotta take it one day at a time, get
Hmm.
1% better. But we can go ahead and jump right into this page of some Patriots of draft talk, man. You
Okay.
did your mock draft recently. I know you're gonna do another one before next week, official one. But as we speak right now, if the draft was tonight, who in your mock and at the number 14 pick, what you have the Patriots doing?
So I mean, I gave I gave them the Oregon cornerback Christian Gonzalez. As we know, um, he was 2 years at the University of Colorado, and then he transferred, and he actually got 2 picks against this old team too. So that's actually,
Yeah, I seen that.
yeah, yeah. I'm not, yeah, no, I can't remember what game that was. I think it was the middle of the season. I can't remember. Um, like I like the Patriots. I like Jack Jones. I like Jonathan Jones. And Miles Bryant.
Marcus Jones.
Yeah, but I think they need like an alpha, in that room. You
Corner
know,
with some size.
yeah, because he's got a really good size, and I've been saying it. He's going to be the first cornerback,
Mhm.
off the board, and I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit takes him
Mhm.
earlier, or no, at 6, because his sister is married to Lions quarterback David Blau.
Mhm.
So, so they got that connection, But in my mock, he slipped to you guys, and like I really wanted to give, them a receiver, because I really think that, like with corners, you guys need an alpha in that room. But what happened with N'Keal Harry, I just think that they're gonna look, you know, I can I can see them taking a receiver on day 2, but
Mhm.
after what happened to Harry, man, I
It's
can't.
hard.
I
Yeah,
can't.
and we talked. Yeah, we talked. Went back and forth about that. My purpose at the 14th pick, I think we're gonna go wide receiver JSN if he's still there. Maybe he might go to Houston a couple picks before us. I'm a big Jordan Addison fan, and we're gonna get into that in a second. Zay Flowers, a local kid, played at BC. He's already in the playbook with Bill O'Brien. So he hopped off the flight, about 2 weeks ago, he jumped right into the playbook, went to Gillette, brought in Bill O'Brien. So I'm thinking like if you bringing in a new offensive line, they probably want to bring in their own guys. Belichick can't draft offense to save his life. I mean, he did. We got Gronk, but other than that, who has really Belichick drafted on the offensive side of the ball? So I'm thinking Bill O'Brien's coming in. He want to put his fingerprints all over this offense. He's gonna say, "Hey, let me go get my guy. Let me get Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, JSN." I really don't feel you can go wrong or whatnot, but that's my purpose. On the cornerback matter, though, you said Christian Gonzalez. Why is he a better fit than Joey Porter? That's one. That's one. That's who I like.
Well, I just think, I like both corners, but I think that Gonzalez has a higher ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, I think that he would fit the Patriots scheme better. Porter's long too, like Gonzalez, but see Gonzalez, he doesn't turn 21 until I want to say June, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Porter is going to be 23. So I just feel that, and I mean, they're very similar players as a skill wise, but I think that I'm banking on Gonzalez's upside, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why I gave them to you guys, because I really think that you guys are a few pieces away again, from from doing serious damage again, like you did all those years, with Tom Brady, right?
Yeah, and then looking at the it's a great pick either go Porter or Gonzalez. But you look at the division. Aaron Rodgers probably going to the Jets.
Yep.
Tua, Belichick has struggled against the Dolphins in the Tua era, and the Bills have owned the Patriots the last two since the COVID season 2020. They won what four straight. They won probably like what 5 of the last 6 or 7. So we've struggled. So a cornerback, you really can't go wrong. Corner or wide receiver, I think it'd be a good pick for the
Yep.
Patriots. I really do believe it, and I can that the Patriots can do wonders with that pick. My preference would be Joey Porter. Other people, they got different preferences. But I would go Joey Porter over Gonzalez at that 14th pick. Um,
Okay. So then, sorry, I
yeah,
want to ask you. So then, if Porter's gone and Gonzalez, would you like Devin
mm,
Spoon from Illinois?
my thing with him is, and he was in a really talented secondary.
Yep.
They got some guys there. He's a hitter, but see, he's I want to say he's small, but he's a hitter. He's a thumper. He will come up and hit you. He will tackle, and Belichick likes that. I'm not. I don't think he's a lockdown corner. I don't. I think he's more physical than lockdown. If you want to do that, I'll put Deontay Banks ahead of Witherspoon. I'd rather have Banks before I have Witherspoon. That's my preference or whatnot. And then
Okay.
plus Banks a little bit bigger, a little taller, and we already got about 4 or 5 small corners. So you add bring in Witherspoon. I believe he's 5'11", maybe. We're still kind of short. I think like Gonzalez or Porter moves the needle for us a little more than a Witherspoon. But I mean, we need some bodies there. But I just feel like we get more out of Gonzalez than Porter rather than somebody like Witherspoon. He's a good player. I think he's more of a thumper than a shutdown corner though. I mean, you might defer from that. I mean, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I haven't really watched him, just too much, but like I didn't even hear about this guy, like until January hit. So I mean, I'm still, I'm still, like I'm still learning, like as opposed to Witherspoon's game. But but I was watching Path the Draft a few weeks ago, and Daniel Jeremiah put the film on, and the first play he was in. I want to say it was an off man or something, and they ran like a receiver. It was like a swing pass, and he
Hmm.
like he like exploded out, and he blew up
He's
the
a
play.
thumper. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's a thumper, man. He's a thumper. I mean, he definitely can hit. And I'm not
Oh,
saying he can't cover. I just think he's better as a tackler and a thumper than a coverage guy. Give me Deontay. I'll take Deontay Banks. My corners, I would go Porter, Gonzalez, Banks. I like the kid out of Mississippi State. Is it Forbes? I
yeah, man.
like Forbes and whatnot. Yeah, and Maryland has another corner opposite of Banks. I like him too.
It's
Um,
Jacorian Bennett,
yeah, Jacorian Bennett.
but he
Let's
can
get
play
into some.
safety too, though. He can play both.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Let's get into one of my favorite topics. I love wide receivers. I'm a big wide receiver person. You got
Sure.
Addison, Zay Flowers, JSN. I'm not even going to try to say his name. Quentin and Quentin Johnston. A sleeper I throw in there. I like Jaden Reed out of Michigan State. I like Mingo out of Ole Miss. Who is the best fit for the Patriots out of those four that who's the best fit in this draft for the Patriots?
Okay, so out of the ones that you just said, or
Yeah, yeah, them or just in the draft entirely, yeah. But
okay,
mainly out of the ones I just mentioned. Because that's probably who if we go in the first round, those guys probably go in the first round.
yeah, or I mean, or you guys could even go Jalen Hyatt too, but I don't know if he's gonna go that high because the problem with him, what I've been hearing is that he had a lot of free releases.
Mm-hmm.
So that's right. So so they schemed him open, right? As opposed, to now he's got to, he's going to be facing, some bump and run coverage, right? So now you got to get off press, right? So
Right.
so now it's a whole different ball game. But I mean, a scheme wise, I mean, like honestly, like like I really like I like Zay Flowers, I really do.
Mm-hmm. Local
But me,
kid.
yeah, and we've had conversations, me and you, all the time, and I'm always iffy on smaller receivers, right,
Yeah.
right, because their size. And when I look at a receiver size, you know, if he's under 5'11", chances are, he's going to be a slot, unless you like Tyreek Hill or Tyler Lockett, right, right,
Right.
and Zay Flowers compares favorably, to Lockett. So I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong.
I see a little bit of Brennan Cooks and Zay Flowers too.
Yeah, but Cooks is a little bit taller, I think, a tad taller, but very similar in the games though. I mean, if I had, me personally, if I had to pick a receiver in this draft, who's the best right now, it's Jordan Addison. Um,
That's my guy. That's my guy.
yeah. So I mean, like, if I had to pick one that would fit your scheme, I mean, like, you guys like big physical receivers, with Randy Moss, and even Gronkowski too. And he was listed as a tight end.
Mm.
Right? But like he's still considered a receiver. So I mean, I would even throw Quentin Johnson in there, but
Mm.
but with him, there's some bust potential. So
He kind of scares me. His size scares me a little, but I don't. People say to kill Harry. I don't think he's Harry. I think he's a lot more explosive, a lot faster, a lot better than Harry. My thing about Quentin Johnston, he's a body catcher. He's a body catcher. He doesn't go up and get it. He's a body catcher, and he doesn't. He didn't win a lot of his contested catch. Like his contested catch percentage wasn't that great. For somebody his size, felt like it should be a lot better.
But if everything clicks, though, he could be the best wide receiver from this draft. Though that's the thing, right? So,
Yeah.
and what I was hearing is that he never got a combine invite because the word is that I think he's going to go from 20 to 28.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, but like I said, if we're banking on upside, I think that Quentin Johnson may be the best. Right. If Zay Flowers was 5'11", he would be in the conversation as the first receiver off the board. But I think at the highest he's gonna go the second receiver, but I don't think he'll go that high. I think it's gonna go into Jigba. I think, like I said, I think Quentin Johnson is gonna slide. So you got the Jigba,
Addison.
Addison, and then maybe Zay Flowers or Johnston, and then you got Jalen Hyatt. And there was even talk about the Ole Miss receiver Mingo slipping the.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, he looks just like AJ Brown. Walt commented. Walt said this is one of those deep corner classes where the fifth or sixth guy could turn out to be the best. Yeah, it's a good corner class.
Yeah, and my top corner is Keely Ringo from Georgia. I
haven't heard a lot about him though since the combine. I really haven't.
Yeah, well, because he struggled this year, and they said he projects more so as a zone corner, and they said he's Xavier Rhodes, and Xavier Rhodes was a really, really solid player in his prime, and
gonna stay healthy.
Yeah, and I really think that I'm banking on the upside with him. That's what I'm doing, because I think honestly he's my top corner, and he's
Ringo.
Yeah, but he had I think he had a knee injury or something his two freshman years. So again, injury concerns, right? So that's what happens with a player, right? It's like what happened to Terrace Marshall 2 years ago. I think he broke his leg or something his last year of high school.
And hasn't done much with the Panthers.
Yeah, and that's what causes slip. Yep. This is I really like this receiver and corner class. I really do. I really think there's going to be some players that are going to be really good players, at the NFL level.
Yep. I think it's a good tackle class, good corner class, and it's one more position: tackle, corner.
Tight end.
Tight end, tackle, and corner. It's three. It's a good class for those three positions. All right, man. I'm gonna get you out. Yeah, I'm gonna get you out of here on this one right here. Give me a late round Jim and a sleeper. It could be two players, one player, any position. A sleeper that nobody's talking about right now. He could go early, could go late. Give me a late round sleeper that nobody's gonna surprise on people draft night.
Okay, well, he's kind of, he's not really, a true sleeper, but his name is Riley Moss. Riley Moss from he's from Iowa. Have you heard of him? You have? No?
We just talked about him the other day. We just talked about him.
Okay, yeah, because I was reading in my book that he's got some speed concerns. So and with that, they were talking about moving him to safety. I always liked him because he was supposed to come out last year. He accepted a Senior Bowl invitation, but with COVID, he used his extra year. So that's why he got to return. I really like him as a player. If I had to put him on my draft board, I think he's a third round player, but the speed concerns are going to push him down the board, and I think he's going to go probably in the fifth, maybe late four. So somewhere on day three. But I really think that he'll get drafted in, and I don't think he's going to be a superstar, but I can really see, him having a nice career. I'm trying to think of somebody.
Give me a comp. Give me a comp for him.
Yeah, because he's a different style player. It's hard because, he's a corner, but he projects more favorably, to safety, like I said. So, It's hard, man. I mean,
I'm trying to think.
I
What
mean,
about like a he played for the Patriots years ago. You remember that game we played Baltimore in the playoffs? I want to say playoffs. He knocked the ball out of Lee Evans.
oh
Sterling Moore.
yeah, okay, yeah, I can see it, but I want to say he was more of a safety. Yeah, honestly, I can't remember, man. To be honest, yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, that's not a bad comp. Yeah, I
right.
think no, I can see him having a bit better career. So maybe like like not the elite corners or right or wherever he plays. I don't know if he's going to be tier two, but he's somewhere going to be on that, on that low tier two or early tier three bubble, and like he's going to be, you know, I think he's going to be, a good special teams player, because that's what these late round guys have to do, right? You got
Yeah,
to prove yourself, on special teams, but usually, in order to get your shot, as a regular full time starter.
yeah.
And honestly, I can even see, you know, you guys taking him.
That's what I
I
was
can
about to
just,
say. Yeah,
yeah, I can just see it. Like he doesn't
he
like,
looks like a Patriot, don't he?
yeah. Oh, I know. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Dallas is gonna draft him. Because we're not high. You know, on our, on our defensive backs, and then I wanted to bring up another guy who I really like. I mean, he's not really a sleeper, but he was my top receiver
I think I
entering.
know where
And
you're going.
yeah, you know who it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Keyshawn
Oh well,
Butte from LA.
no, I thought you was gonna say Tank Dell for some reason.
Oh no, yeah, no, he's gonna be a second round player. He'll be something like maybe like a Cooks, but see, he's smaller than Cooks though. So I mean, I'm trying to think of a good slot receiver that I could.
Kayshawn Boutte, he probably won't go to about the fourth or fifth. His stock is failing, man. I heard he didn't interview well. There's concerns with him off the field, and like I
Yep.
think productive on the field, he's a pretty good player. I thought last year he's like the best receiver coming out, but I mean, I don't know. I think I've heard Jarvis Landry comments about him and things like that on the field, but
Yeah, but because 2 years ago, so the 2021 season, he played like 6 games, and he was in. I think in the most touchdowns, or yards or something, and I think he broke his foot. And there was some rumors after that first game against Florida State this year that he was going to transfer, and
mm-hmm,
then, as we know, he stayed, and then he actually announced he was going to return to LSU
mm,
for senior year, but then he
mm,
declared. So, I mean, he does have, a little bit, of character concerns.
yeah.
I don't see him falling on, or no, or past day two. I don't think he's going to go in the first. I think
Probably not the second. About
mm,
mid third, I say mid third, early fourth. I don't see him dropping no further than that. Cause you remember Stephon Diggs went like it was a third or fourth round pick, I believe.
fifth,
Might have
or was it fifth?
he might have
Fifth?
been a fifth. I know he won't first or second.
Yeah, I don't
I think
think
he
he's
was a
going to.
fifth. I think he was a fifth.
Was he? Or I
Give
mean,
me a second. Give me a second. I want to say fourth. If I want to say Diggs was a fourth or a fifth.
I want to say he was fifth in like the 147th overall or something.
Yeah. Let me see. I want to say it was fifth though, but in anywho, whatnot, I think Kashawn would a lot of these players that they don't get a lot of talk as the draft gets here. I mean, when they do get picked or they go undrafted or whatever, they really come on and they play real good. And you got every year you got these teams that say, "Oh my gosh, we should have took him," and he was still on the board and things like that.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I think he's going to go probably in between 50 and 70. So yeah, I don't think I don't think he's falling out of day two. And like, I really think that if he plays to up, up to his,
He
he
was
could
a fifth
potentially.
round pick. Stephon Diggs was a fifth rounder.
Yeah, in 2015, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. No. You see in my one draft book they have a number one, and the other one they have a number 13. So I mean, teams are split on them, right? The teams in the media, are split on him. But I don't know if I would touch him in the first, all because of the inconsistencies, the injuries, the character concerns. But I mean, if he somehow falls to early day three, someone could be getting a real steal, man.
What team is a good fit for him?
Honestly, I haven't really thought too much about that. A team that would fit well. Well, because apparently uh he's like he would be he's a receiver that's like a Kyle Shanahan style receiver.
Right.
So, but I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen. Honestly, you know what? Maybe even the Bills. The
Mm.
Bills could take him. Maybe in the second, the third. I mean, he
I
could.
don't see him going. I don't see him going in the second round. I mean, I like a lot of receivers for you. I love Josh Downs. He's not getting a lot of talk. I think Josh Downs is going to be an absolute steal.
He's
Um,
small. He's
yeah,
small though.
Jaden Reed out of Michigan State. He's going to be. Remember, I write this one down. Remember, I said it. Jaden Reed, where he go, I can see him going to the Steelers. He's going to be a good player. It's another. What's the guy from? Is it Minnesota or is it Iowa State? Hutchinson.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Xavier Hutchinson for Iowa State. Yep.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's gonna be a good player. You got Parker Washington, but it's a lot of them. Like nobody getting talked about. They're gonna be like, I think this class here. You got your tall, big receivers. Like you got your Quentin Johnston. You got the Bryce Ford Wheatons. You got those guys. Then you got your Mingos. You got your small guys like Downs, Flowers, Reed. You got it's different. It's whatever you prefer. Whatever what you want, you can get the pick in this draft and whatnot. So that's how I feel about the class, man. Um, I really appreciate you coming on tonight with me. With this evening with me, Pupo, Anthony, or whatnot. Before I let you go, whatnot, let everybody know where they can find you at.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So you can find me on Twitter. Um, honestly, this is embarrassing, but I forgot I forgot my Twitter username. I think it's
Oh,
Anthony Pupo _94 or Anthony Pupo 94. I don't even know, man. It's on there. Don't worry, it's on there. Yeah. You know what? I really appreciate it. You
and your
having me.
draft, you got a website too, Draft Central,
Yep.
so they can check that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it was. It was really fun time coming on. Who do you think that or my Cowboys are gonna pick?
Oh man, I've seen Dalton Kincaid. Where y'all picking 27? Where y'all pick? Where y'all pick?
26.
26,
Yeah,
26?
26.
I think Robinson. The two names I've heard is Robinson and Kincaid, and I've heard the tight end out of Notre Dame, Mayer. I've heard him. See
Who's
this offseason,
Who's
huh?
Robinson?
Beyond Robinson. Yeah, Bijan.
Bijan. Oh,
Yeah, Bijan Robinson. But y'all not gonna go receiver in the first round. I do think y'all can need some depth. I don't know. Dallas is one of those teams that it seems like every year somebody falls in y'all out. Like Trayvon, y'all got Diggs and Lamb the same draft. So it
yeah.
just seemed like, and I don't know, man. If I had to pick though, with the 26th pick, Robinson to be gone. I think Kincaid might go to the Packers or probably
Yeah.
Washington or something like that.
Yep.
I could see y'all going corner because Gilmore's only a 1 year deal. He's 30, he's 33, 34. It's a 1 year deal.
He'll
Diggs,
be
his
30
contract,
here.
yeah, Diggs' contract situation is kind of sketchy. He wants to play with his brother. Um, maybe Emmanuel Forbes, if he's there, y'all could go
Not
there.
that high. Nah, I don't think that's a little too high for him. I think if it's
What about
corner,
Cam Smith? Cam Smith.
yeah, that's a good name. Or who's that other guy I'm missing? Oh, it could be
Tyree Stevenson.
no, oh no, no, he'll go later. it could be Deontay Banks from Maryland.
Yeah, I like him. That boy, he's a hitter, just like Witherspoon, but I think he's bigger and more of a lockdown corner than Witherspoon is. I like Banks and whatnot, and I see him jam people at the line like he's at a boxing match or something. Like he's a pretty good physical corner. But that's why I think that was to go corner or maybe D tackle or something like that. I think y'all could use some depth there. D tackle or corner for the Cowboys with that 26 pick. But
Yeah, maybe that's Elijah Cansey from Pitt.
yeah, that's I was just about to say that. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen a couple mocks with him there, man. Yeah, I think y'all in the position where you really can't go wrong because y'all can corner tackle, maybe for wide receiver fall. And oh yeah, before I let you go, what have you heard about these quarterbacks, man? It's like you think they'll go 1 through 5, or what? I got a feeling Arizona's going to surprise you, but they might go quarterback.
So are you asking me like how? I mean, where the quarterback's going to go, or
Yeah, where you rank him at? No, where you rank him at in this class, like 1 through 5 with the top quarterbacks.
okay? So I mean, I want to put I want to put CJ Stroud number one, but I'm going Bryce Young. 2, I got
Hmm.
CJ Stroud. 3, I got Will Levis. 4, Anthony Richardson. And the reason why it's because it's I don't know if everything's gonna click, for Richardson.
Hmm.
Because if it does, someone's hit the jackpot, right? And then 5, I have Hendon Hooker because of his age and his injury history, right? But I mean, like I've seen him at Tennessee. I've seen him at Seattle at 20. I've seen him at
All
Minnesota
over. Yeah.
20s. I mean, I really think, I can see a team at the back end of one trading up and taking him at like a 28, 29, something like that. But I mean, in my last mock, I think I had him in the mid third. Yeah, he ain't falling that far. Like I was
Yes.
thinking to myself earlier, if he was 24 instead of 25, I feel that people would be more for him as against him because he's 1 year ahead of Will Levis. Because Will Levis turns 24, I think in June, and right, and Hooker's already 25. He'll be 26 next January. So I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be surprised me, if 5 quarterbacks go in the top 10 and top 20.
Mm. If that happens, man, it's the draft is gonna really turn upside down.
Yeah, but I mean, you just never know, right? You never know what to expect. It's so unpredictable. Nobody had Cole Strange. In the first round. Like no offense to you guys. But like I didn't think. I just you know it was a shocker, right?
Yeah.
So it's impossible to predict, and like he was really good. As a rookie. So
Hmm.
I mean, if he keeps getting better, you know, he could even outplay, you know, um, his draft slot. He was what 28th or 27th, something like that.
Where we picked them last year,
Yeah, I want to say it was
20.
27 or something like that.
No, we were we it was like 23rd, 24th, I believe. We got him. Like
What's
24th, I believe is where we picked that last year.
because he started every game, right?
Yeah, he started. Yeah, he did. He got benched one game. That's when David Andrews got hurt. But the rest of the year, he played pretty good. He actually surprised a lot of people. Man, he was really one. He was at the tops in PFF a lot of grades last year. I know
Mm-hmm.
PFF grades ain't the best, but he. I mean, I think from a tackle lineman position, anytime you're watching the game and you got the sound on, if you don't hear that lineman's name, that's good. That means they're doing their job. If you don't never hear his name, nobody getting by him, he's getting caught a bunch of penalties, offside holds, stuff like that. If you don't hear him, he's doing something right. If you don't hear him, man, I think Coach Strange played pretty well last year alongside David Andrews, and we could go tackle in the draft while we already on that. So we could go tackle. Me personally, I don't want us to go there. I just don't feel that moves the needle for the Patriots. It doesn't move the needle when you're in the division with Josh Allen, two in the Dolphins that can score, Aaron Rodgers whenever he signs with the Jets. You need something. You need needle mover. You don't need this. Not the back in the day when we first had Brady. We run the ball 30, 40 times a game. You need somebody who's going to move the needle. A Broderick Jones, DeJuan Jones, or whoever. Those guys not stopping Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen. They're not. You know what I mean? They're not. They're not doing that. They're not putting points on the board. They're going to help you put points on the board, but they're not going to be the main reason why you're scoring or whatnot. You need to go get flashy, get your number one wide receiver, and just do something like that. That's how I feel that the Patriots should do with this draft, man. But
So then, like, so then you want like a splashy player in the first second round. Is that correct?
in the first round with that 14th pick, I'd be happy with Porter, Gonzalez, Johnston, Addison, or Flowers. Any of those five, I'd be happy with. Corner wide receiver, I'd be happy with in the first round. I don't want to see us going to tackle or nothing like that. Corner wide receiver, we can't go wrong. I'll be happy with any of those. Corner wide receiver with that 14th pick. I don't want to see us go tackle. My gut feeling is we're gonna mess around and go tackle because it's Bill Belichick. You never know what to expect. But if I was in the front office, if I was doing it, I'm getting my boy Jordan Addison, or I'm getting a wide somebody that's gonna make teams prepare for you overnight. You know what I mean? Like somebody like that. We don't have that yet. We brought in Juju Smith-Schuster. Okay, he's not a. We talked about it. He was going back and forth.
You
He's
know
not a
how
one.
I feel on him.
Yeah,
He's
I already.
not a one. He's not a one. We know that already. Yep.
I already know. I mean, Taquan Thornton. We don't know what he is yet. A lot
Yep.
of players come on in their second season. Maybe he can do something. Maybe Bill O'Brien gets something out of him. Jackson Smith, JSN or whatnot. If we bring him, but we got Juju, I've heard they kind of play the same position. So would that work? We need speed. We need somebody that can get open, somebody can get down the field. So I think Zay Flowers fit. I think Zay Flowers can come in day one and set the world on fire. So
Okay,
we
so
will.
then be happy with Brian Branch because I mean he's a where does he fit? Right. He's a
Not
corner.
not with not with
Like,
the 14 pick. I'm not happy with that though. Not at 14.
no, I mean he's gonna be. He's. I think you know. I think he's gonna be one of the best nickels in the NFL. And I can see him having a career like Kenny Moore from
From
Indianapolis.
the
They're
Colts,
both
yeah.
right. A nice slot corner. But I mean. I don't think he's going to go that high, Brian Branch.
Me neither, man. Probably later on the draft. Probably like somebody like Baltimore or something like that. We'll see, man. We are a week away from the draft.
I
Next
can't
week, what
wait.
is it? It's 7 o'clock. It's seven, a little bit past 7 Eastern time right now. Next week around this time, the Panthers draft starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, right?
Yeah,
Or
it
7.
goes 8. It starts 8 Thursday, Friday at 7, and then Saturday noon, if I'm not mistaken.
So next week around this time, the Carolina Panthers would be on the clock. They would be, they'll be at the edge of their seats waiting to turn the card in and whatnot. So I cannot wait for that. And one more time, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
And for
for sure.
everybody that tuned in, comment, I appreciate y'all. As I always say before I get off, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Please go subscribe to the channel. Trying to run these numbers up and whatnot. By the time the summer gets here, go for the rest of the year, so we can have some watch parties and watch some Patriots football on Sundays later on this season. But I appreciate y'all joining me one more time. Go subscribe and appreciate you again, bro.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, it was a blast, man.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for coming on. Okay, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.